Off-grid living is an increasingly popular lifestyle choice for those who want to live a more self-sufficient and sustainable life. However, there are many potential pitfalls and mistakes that can arise when living off the grid, which can make the experience less enjoyable and more challenging. Here are 5 common mistakes that people make when living off-grid and how to avoid them. One of the most common mistakes that people make when living off-grid is not planning ahead. This can include failing to research the local climate and environment, not obtaining the necessary permits and approvals, and not having a backup plan in case of emergencies or unexpected events. By planning ahead, you can ensure that you are prepared for the challenges and opportunities that come with living off-grid. For example, if you are planning to build an off-grid home, you should research the local climate and weather patterns to determine the most suitable location and design for your home. You should also obtain the necessary permits and approvals from your local government and consult with a professional engineer or architect to ensure that your home is safe and sustainable. Additionally, you should have a backup plan in case of emergencies or unexpected events, such as a power outage or natural disaster. By planning ahead, you can avoid the common mistakes and ensure that your off-grid lifestyle is successful and enjoyable. Another common mistake that people make when living off-grid is not being self-sufficient. This can include relying on external sources of food, water, energy, or other essential resources, which can be costly and unsustainable in the long term. By being self-sufficient, you can reduce your dependence on external resources and improve your ability to live a more sustainable and independent life. For example, if you are living off-grid, you should consider growing your own food, using a rainwater catchment system to collect and store water, and generating your own energy using renewable sources such as solar or wind power. By being self-sufficient, you can reduce your reliance on external sources of food, water, and energy, and improve your ability to live a more sustainable and independent life. Additionally, being self-sufficient can help you to save money and reduce your environmental impact. By growing your own food, you can reduce your grocery bills and avoid the environmental costs of transporting food from distant location. By using a rainwater catchment system, you can reduce your water bills and avoid the environmental costs of treating and distributing municipal water. By generating your own energy, you can reduce your energy bills and avoid the environmental costs of burning fossil fuels. By being self-sufficient, you can save money and reduce your environmental impact, while also improving your quality of life. The third common mistake that people make when living off-grid is not being prepared for the weather. This can include failing to insulate your home properly, not having adequate heating or cooling systems, and not having backup power or water sources in case of extreme weather events. By being prepared for the weather, you can ensure that you are comfortable and safe, regardless of the conditions outside. If you are living off-grid, you should insulate your home properly to keep it warm in the winter and cool in the summer. You should also have a reliable heating and cooling system, such as a wood stove or air conditioner, to maintain a comfortable temperature in your home. Additionally, you should have backup power and water sources in case of power outages or water shortages, such as a generator or water storage tanks. By being prepared for the weather, you can avoid the common mistakes and ensure that you are comfortable and safe, regardless of the conditions outside. A fourth common mistake that people make when living off-grid is not considering the cost of living off-grid. This can include underestimating the cost of building or maintaining an off-grid home, not budgeting for the cost of essential resources, and not having sufficient savings or income to support your off-grid lifestyle. By considering the cost of living off-grid, you can ensure that you have the financial resources to support your lifestyle and maintain your independence. When living off-grid, you should carefully budget for the cost of building or maintaining your home, including the cost of materials, labor, utilities, and maintenance. You should also budget for the cost of essential resources, such as food, water, energy, and transportation. In addition to that, you should have sufficient savings or income to support your off-grid lifestyle, including the cost of unexpected expenses and emergencies. By considering the cost of living off-grid, you can avoid the common mistakes and ensure that you have the financial resources to support your lifestyle and maintain your independence. Considering the cost of living off-grid can help you to make informed and responsible decisions about your lifestyle. For example, if you are considering building an off-grid home, you should carefully evaluate the cost of the project, including the initial investment, the ongoing expenses, and the potential return on investment. By considering the cost of living off-grid, you can avoid the common mistakes and make informed and responsible decisions about your lifestyle. The fifth most common mistake that people make when living off-grid is not being a good neighbor. This can include failing to respect the rights and needs of your neighbors, not following local laws and regulations, and not being a positive and contributing member of your local community. By being a good neighbor, you can ensure that your off-grid lifestyle is sustainable and mutually beneficial for everyone involved. If you are living off-grid, you should respect the rights and needs of your neighbors, including their right to privacy, safety, and enjoyment of their property. You should also follow local laws and regulations, including zoning laws, building codes, and environmental regulations. Although it might not always be easy, you should be a positive and contributing member of your local community, including volunteering, participating in community events, and supporting local businesses and organizations. By being a good neighbor, you can avoid the common mistakes and ensure that your off-grid lifestyle is sustainable and mutually beneficial for everyone involved. Overall, living off-grid can be a rewarding and fulfilling experience, but it also comes with its own challenges and potential mistakes. By planning ahead, being self-sufficient, being prepared for the weather, considering the cost of living off-grid, and being a good neighbor, you can avoid the common mistakes and make the most of your off-grid lifestyle. If you are looking for land to pursue an off-grid lifestyle, please check out backroadacres.com.